so that onions are done faster. So you'll see onions leaving the oil. See, onions are leaving the oil and they're getting golden brown. First they will get transparent, and you want to stir them from time to time. Now we'll put the cashews in there. We'll put garlic. We'll put our rough cut ginger and green chilies. So as these are getting more cooked, for like 2 minutes or so, you don't want to cook too much of your garlic and ginger because then that lose their taste. So once they're cooking a little bit, you can cut big dices of tomato because, like I said, everything is going to get blended. So you don't need to cut too small or anything like that. Just cut. Use the flame now because you're adding tomatoes and you want it to come to room temperature soon. So you don't need a high flame, okay? See, it's pretty much getting golden brown. Okay. See, it's getting a little bit golden brown. The cashews and everything is getting cooked. So it's about like 2 minutes by the time you cut your tomatoes. You put your tomatoes in there and just mix it a little bit. At this point, you can close your flame if you want to because the pan is already hot. You just want the tomatoes to get softer, okay? And also, at the same time, you can put some of your spinach too. I usually put in like half of the box of spinach, okay? Only spinach, not coriander, just spinach. You don't, if you get small baby spinach, you don't have to cut it or anything like that because it's all going to get blended, okay? So if you get a bag of spinach, you can just put all that in there. It will get reduced. It will become mushy and reduce in size, so don't worry about it. Just mix it a little bit so there's even heat. So because your pan is hot and you put spinach, see, the spinach reduces, okay? It just gets, if you want to add more spinach to it, you can add more spinach, but this should be more than enough for the gravy. You want it to come to room temperature, so you take it off the flame and put it on the side for a little while. And in the meantime, we can cut our cubes of paneer so that we're ready once we blend this. Then, So once we put all the onions, tomatoes, spinach, everything, and I put it aside so that it comes to a room temperature a little bit, so it's not too hot to blend it. In the meantime, I cut big chunks of paneer for later to put in the gravy. Now we'll take some coriander, fresh coriander. Okay, you don't have to chop it or anything because it's going to get blended, and its stems are fine because stems have more flavor. So just take like a bunch of coriander. It just adds flavor to your curry. Make sure you wash it before. I'd already washed it. So, and then in the blender you put your onions, tomatoes, spinach, cashews, garlic, ginger and chili base, okay? Kind of on a room temperature, not exactly cold, but at a normal room temperature. Like that, you just puree it, okay? So we pureed the base of spinach that we created before, that we cooked. We use the same pan, you don't have to clean it, okay? You can use the same pan, medium to low flame. And you can put butter. I'm putting ghee, which is clarified butter. So 1 spoon But you can put regular butter in here too. I'm just putting ghee, butter. So once the butter is melted, you just make sure it spreads to the bottom of the pan. Like same process, just a pinch, 1/8 of a teaspoon of hing. And then some cumin seeds, about 3 teaspoons. In spinach paneer, you don't need too much of masalas, so we'll keep light hand on the masala. Cumin seeds will start broiling like this. At that point, you put, again, make sure the flame is medium to slow. You put your base. You stir it a little bit, and you can put a little bit of water using. Just wrap it up so that you don't waste any of your kind of. That way I use everything. I put this in here. So we just stir so that the water is mixed in the gravy. Thick gravy, so you don't want too much water, okay? So don't put too much water. Just a little bit to wrap up from your blender. We'll put the spices. Coriander powder, about 3 to 4 teaspoon. Okay. Turmeric, 1 teaspoon. We already have green chili, so we'll put very little, 1/4 of a teaspoon red chili. We are going to put plain yogurt, like small little less than half a cup. So we'll put less amchur powder, okay? Because that will, just a 1/2 teaspoon of amchur powder. And then we'll put salt, which is 4 1/4 spoon, or according to your taste. Mix your spices in here, in the gravy at medium to low. Then you add your yogurt. Make sure it's not too hot. The gravy is not too hot. So as you're putting spices and everything, put your yogurt too in there. It makes it creamier and brings smoothness and brings like a tangy flavor to it, okay? You put your paneer in it. Now don't put everything at the same time. Make sure you put paneer one by one, little by little, so that they don't stick to each other. So we have added the paneer. We mix with light hand like we did in kadai paneer. Since we already have coriander in it, you don't need the garnish. You can grate some fresh cheese on top if you want, but let it cook now on open flame, like don't cover it, for about 5 to 10 minutes on slow flame. Don't cook too much, just so that paneer gets blended in the sauce or the gravy. So after you put paneer, just let it cook on its own in the open for 5 to 10 minutes, and then you will see it's thick gravy like this, and your paneer is blended, and pretty much your spinach paneer is ready to serve.